There's a specific sound you only hear in the Irish countryside. It's the sound of a 2.4 litre engine before you even see the headlights. In the 80s, that sound meant only one thing.
Welcome to the story of the Opel Manta 400 in Ireland. It was born from the need to compete in Group B rally. It was called the 400 as a nod to the Ascona, which met the requirements of needing 400 road-going cars to compete in rally. The 400 was a specialised tool for doing one job, and that was winning on tarmac.
The Sierras obviously have a lot more power in terms of brake horsepower. They've got much more than the Mantas have, and those were fairly smooth stages, so I wasn't really surprised at all. I think though maybe when we come into the more bumpy stages, the Mantas might have an edge again, you know.
Bertie Fisher in the Alamac Manta now pulls back Lovell's 3-second advantage and takes the lead for the second time.
Going through stage 24 at Glendon, 11.9 miles, Jimmy McCrae led, but just about. Second and closing was Brooks, 2 seconds adrift. But by stage 27 at Glencoe near Larne, Brooks had squeezed into the lead. And again, as in the circuit, the two Opel men were told to drive to team orders.
We were told to call it 2 stages from the end, and I happened to have a 1-second lead at the time. So that's the way it finished.
You can't talk about the Manta in Ireland without mentioning the man himself, Jimmy McCrae. While the world was obsessed with Audi Quattros and four-wheel drives, Jimmy McCrae proved on a tight, twisty stage on a well-driven rear-wheel drive Opel, you could still destroy the giants of rally. In the 1980s, the battle for the Irish hearts was fought between two blue-collar coupes. The Ford Capri, it was a heavy hitter, V6, but the Manta, it was just built for the driver.
The Capri was a hammer, but the Manta was a scalpel. While the Ford boys were wrestling with leaf springs and a heavy nose, the Opel guys had a 5-link rear suspension and a chassis that felt like it was pivot connected to your hips. On a bumpy Irish backroad, the Capri was a handful, but the Manta was a weapon.
History is great, but the legend only lives on because of people like Morris, the owner of this car. It's a fine example, but this car didn't roll off the showroom floor looking exactly perfect. In 2010 it was a rolling shell in an Irish countryside village.
Morris started with zero knowledge of Mantas, but he had a memory of a family friend calling to his home in a white 400 kitted Manta. That spark turned into a 2-year obsession.
It takes a village to build a Manta, with Mike O'Hearn providing the engine and the gearbox. There was expert advice on the other end of the phone, while Morris and his father, Morris Sr., began to tear this one down.
From the genuine Ermshire kit, sourced in Mayo, to the top-class paint by Derek Walsh in Kildimo, every inch of this car has a story. It was fine-tuned in Kerry by Mike Nelligan and finally hit the road in 2012.
Why did the Manta 400 become an Irish icon? Well, it was the accessibility. It was a car that local heroes could maintain and win in. It became the people's supercar. Like from Donegal to Kerry, it was raced everywhere.
And when the Group B was banned in 1986 after the tragic loss of Henry Toivonen, the Manta didn't die. It just moved into the modified classes, becoming the gold standard for what a rally car should look and sound like.
30 years on from its last factory rally, it remains an icon. It's a testament to the era of rear-wheel drive heroes.
They say the era ended when the Quattros arrived. But if you go to a rally today and see a Manta 400 passing by, you'll realise the era never really ended. It just got louder.
The Capri, it might have won the sales war.
But the Manta 400, it won the history books.
She sells seashells by the seashore. They basically built this to rally and I f***ed that up. Knew I was going to do it. Born in Ireland. Born for the need to compete in Group B. I said born in Ireland, bastard!
I love Group B. Group B was my favourite rally.
Group B. Because I seen the two words and I completely just messed them up. Jimmy McCrae proved that on a tight twisty stage, a rear wheel drive driven Opel Manta f***ed it up again. Yeah, I was too f***ing slow that time.
Put down in the comments whether you say coupe or coupe.
I love Lamp. It became the people's supercar of Donegal and Kerry. And I kind of f***ed a little bit of that up as well. Oh, I ate a big red candle. Energy. More passion, more energy.
You put it on! What are you
Put that on.